Business owners, marketers, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but Google is dead. Google's dead the way we know it. And the reason why I say this is because there's so many other searches that are happening and the world of search is changing. How customers are finding you is completely different than it was a year ago. It's different than it was 5 years ago. So at simplybefound.com, we really wanted to be able to encourage and be able to figure out ways that small business owners could get themselves found. And inside of that world, we figured out how to get all businesses found. But the most important piece about this is knowing how search is changing and being able to pivot and being able to get to that right spot. So let's talk about that. You have AI search that has came out and is extremely important for search. You have people finding you by using their voice and doing voice search. You have all of these things happening that's changed the way that you are being found. So if you are wanting to get your business found, you need to follow this playbook, which this playbook is going to walk you through each and every single step. And it's going to make it super simple for you as a business owner to be able to get your business found by more customers. And I'm talking on all the searches. I'm talking if they're on their mobile phone, if they're doing it from the smart speaker, if they're doing it from their smart TV, if they're doing it from their watch, if they're doing it from all the different devices that they now have to worry about. When I backwind and I go all the way, or I rewind and I go all the way back to the 90s, we only had to worry about desktop computers and them dialing up and be able to find that actual business. And they were still using the yellow pages back then. So there was multiple different ways that you could get found. But now in the digital world, you have so many assets to that and pieces. You have the 3 pillars approach, which is content, authority, and trust. That's still in place. Now let's rank the places of where your business can be found in a way that would, be able to where this blueprint's going to kind of be at and what I'm going to be talking about today. So the very first thing is you have to be listed in the right spots or registered on the right networks. Some call this registering for voice search. Some of them say, hey, you're registering your citations. But this is getting your listings piece done. We have a listings engine at simplybefound.com that takes care of this. You fill out one set of forms, and it goes out, and it's basically taking your business data, and it's turning that data into advertising. So, and you're able to update those listings and do everything from one spot, and it just makes it easy as peasy, and you're able to just make sure that's going out. With that being said, listings I would say is number one. And the reason being is you have a very big piece. So over here on the board, I actually have an acronym that is becoming new. It used to be NAP, now it's NAPW. And what that stands for is name, address, phone number, and website. So you have to make sure you have those pieces in place. So what you're going to do in that listings piece, what the listings engine is going to do is it's going to gather that business data. It's going to gather your business name, your phone number, your address, your business hours, 3 different descriptions, a short, a medium, and a long. It's going to gather your keywords, your products and services. This is how you're going to tell all of the search engines, all of the algorithms, who you are and why you should be found and what you offer and what problems you solve. The next thing I would say is most important is going to be social media. Social media is a great way to be able to reach and be able to get into those algorithms as well. So we have a social media marketing suite that's constantly being developed and constantly being worked on to be able to make it as simple as it possibly can to do the marketing piece. We're going to get into that of how social media ties into your entire marketing campaign of getting you found. You got to make sure in those right networks. What I want to do is I'm going to make it simple so you can put everything in one place and do it one time and it goes out absolutely everywhere. And we're talking Google Business Profile, YouTube, Pinterest, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, all of the different networks. The next piece that I want to talk about is your website. So your website is an important piece. Now you can have your website designed by any designer out there, any developer, and be able to have it in place to be able to make sure it is the greatest thing. It looks good. It's set up for conversions. You got to make sure all those pieces are there. But you have to make sure the right SEO is in place. You got to make sure the right schema is in place, and you got to make that schema dynamic to where it matches listings. So that's why we created the 3 plans we did. Is we created the listings engine, we created the social media marketing suite, and then we created the AI SEO pixel because it is the 3 pillars that are going to, or the 3 sets that's going to make it to where you can follow the 3 pillars to be able to get your business found. So it's all part of that blueprint piece because you got to be able to register your business on all the listings. You've got to get it out on social media, and you got to make sure your SEO is done correctly on your website. And our SEO tool will work on any websites like SEMrush or any of those. The only difference is we put a human marketer behind you, and they're going to go through and they're going to make sure all of that information is correct. They're going to tie that to your listings. They're going to tie that to your social media, and they're going to be able to spit out an actual result for you that's going to help you be able to move forward, to be able to make sure that information is there and in the right order of what it needs to be. And that what that does is it creates structured data. Because if we're talking ChatGPT, which I'm seeing more businesses being found on ChatGPT and by AI, think about it. We have all these different tools out there. We have ChatGPT, we have Gemini. I mean, we saw ads on when I was watching football the other day about Gemini and how businesses are being found there. The other piece is you have all these different co-pilots and assistants and all that stuff that's out inside of the market. So when someone comes and does a search for your business, they're finding you in ways that they've never found you before. They're finding you, they're asking questions to that assistant or to that AI to be able to get that back. And they might be using voice search to be able to figure that out. They might be typing it in. So you got to make sure you have the right data stacks and the right data pieces in place and have the right SEO, have the right social media, and have the right being registered on the right listing networks to make sure that all comes together. Because everything kind of stacks on top of one another. So what does a typical day look like if you are going to go out there? If I was to create a blueprint from scratch and say this is what a business owner should find or be able to do to be able to get found, I would go through and I would talk about things that you've solved. I would go into your social media and I would talk about the things that you've done to be able to solve a problem. I would take pictures, I'd post them out on social media, and I'd post them out to my blog at the same time. Because if you're going to take as much time to be able to do a social media post out on the Facebook, you might as well have it go to all of the networks and also have that go out to your blog. So inside of our social media suite, you can actually connect that blog and be able to get that blog into place. And what that's going to do is it is going to help you be able to get more content on your website. Now, some marketers are going to come back and say, no, you got to make sure you're 800 to 1,500 minimum characters or words inside of your blog to make it work. Well, no, if you took the time to build that social media post, put it out there. It might get you some results. And that social media post is going to sound kind of like this. It's going to sound, I was helping a customer in X city and state, and this is what we were doing. Or it might just say the city. That's going to bring some geolocation into it. And here was their problem. Here's what we did to solve the problem. And if you want to get this type of service, great, contact us. Here's how to be able to reach us, or something of that nature. Is now you're going to be inserting that into the algorithm. So when you do that social media post and you put that on your blog, and you send it out to Google Business Profile, and you send it everywhere, what's going to happen is you send that information out. And now the algorithms know this is a problem that happens, this is a solution for that problem, and you are the expert to be able to get that solved. Now that solution works really good for the service area. It works for a lot of different networks or a lot of different businesses that are out there. What ends up being there is like if you're a restaurant, you could do the same thing. You'd be like, hey, we have this dish. It's great for this type of person. Think about user pieces. What I see a lot of people doing inside of the social media world is they're going in and they're just talking about themselves. We have a great product. Hey, whoa, today's Thursday. We're going to do a special today. That's not going to sell. That's not going to get you where you want to be. And that's not going to help you be able to grow your business. That's not going to help you get leads. That's not going to help you get more sales and the things that are going to matter. So make sure you're doing that social media post. Make sure you're putting it out inside of the blog area, because that if you're using us for the SEOs, the AI SEO pixel, that's actually going to be able to pick up those and say, oh, great, this is doing good. And then if one of those posts actually do really well and you're getting a bunch of traction for it, you can always expand on it inside of your blog. That's the great thing about doing any kind of blogging or anything on your website, and why it matters. And this is also why, as a business owner, you need to be doing your own marketing. You know your customers, you know the problems you're solving, you know the solutions that you can offer, and you know their natural language. Because marketing inside of the world of AI and all of that, it's all about having the right approach to that natural language. And that natural language is how you would talk to your customer. You know what problem you just solved. You know what solution you just gave. You know that better than anything. So what simplybefound.com wants to do is it wants to take all of that, put it inside of one spot to make it super simple for you to be able to get those solutions. Give you that marketing coach that's going to go through and do that SEO side. Give you the AI tools to be able to help you generate generate content that are going to be similar to ChatGPT, allow you to schedule it, do all of your social media from one spot, and be able to register out to all of the different networks. We work with over 500 different networks, and this helps you be able to get your approach out there and get your business registered in the networks that are going to matter. And this is a long-term play. Now, some like to say, hey, guess what? Being found organically doesn't exist and all of that. We're 100%. If you're watching this video, you found us organically, and we're proud to be able to say we really haven't done much in ads, and the money I have spent on ads really hasn't worked because I'm getting really tired of spending money on ads that aren't getting the results I'm looking for, and I'm being found more organically than I am anything else. Now, if you want to take that entire blueprint and even take it to that next level and kind of inside of that extreme pro tip, and this is going to be my last big tip inside of this video, is you can take and do all of your content. You can record a video. It can be inside your truck. It can be inside your car. It can be inside your business. It could be wherever. And you do a self video and you record it and you put it up on YouTube. You just talked about the problem that the customer had. You talk about the solution and you talk about how you solved it. And if you do a video like that every single time, post it out to YouTube, and then you take the transcript from that, which I have a whole video on that. I'll link to that inside of a related video or inside the description. But there's a whole video on how to be able to take that transcript and then be able to take it, put it into the AI, put it into ChatGPT, make a blog out of it. You can take that and you can make so much content off of that to really be able to grow your business. So if you're looking to be able to get your business found on voice search, on AI search, if you want to be found on Google, Bing, Yellow Pages, if you want to be found on Bing, MapQuest, or YP.com, or Super Pages, or all the different networks that are out there, Nextdoor, if you want to get your business found on any of those networks, come register your business and get started at least with the listings piece and grow your business up as it goes through. Now remember, all of our plans stack, and if you do the listings piece, you get listings. If you do social media, you get listings and social media. And if you do the AI SEO pixel, you get all three products. So keep that in mind as you go through and do it. But this is the blueprint I would follow for 2025. It is going to help you be able to grow your business. My name is Rob. I've been doing this stuff since 1995, and I have helped thousands of businesses get found online. And this is the blueprint I'm seeing. We analyze and go over thousands of different profiles out there to be able to look at them. And we don't look at big corporations. That's one unique thing about us. We are working with small business owners that are usually 15, 20 employees or less. A lot of them are one-man solo shops or woman shops. And it is one of those things to where we can help them be able to solve their problems, which gives us a data point that a lot of these big boys don't do, because you're different than the guy that has 15 marketers that are doing everything in the background. And your business is different than when you are going through and trying to solve, your problem versus that person that has a huge marketing team and has a sales team and all that. You might be that only person doing that. And that matters to how you're getting your business found. This levels the playing field. It can help you reduce your ad spend. It can help you be able to get your business found on the right networks and be able to grow your business, get more sales, get more leads, and give your business more opportunities. Doesn't mean you're going to come up number one every time, but it gives you more opportunities when the right person is making the search to be able to find your business. To learn more, go and visit us at simplybefound.com. My name is Rob. Thanks for watching this video.